Brilliance Audio presents The Best Friend Incident by Melia Alexander, performed by Maxine Mitchell. Stacey Winters stopped outside her apartment door, steeling herself with a breath of cool, Central Oregon air. This was it. Her boyfriend was back in Milestone, and tonight they were taking their 5-week relationship to the next level. Leo had texted that he'd picked up the key she'd left at the music venue where he'd perform this week and would be on the other side of her door, waiting. For her. Stacey shivered. With anticipation, of course. This guy was the one. She was sure of it. It didn't make her any less nervous, though. Focus. She slid her key into the lock. Seriously. How come the first time with a guy was always so nerve-wracking? Leo was rock star hot. Fitting, since music was, in fact, what he did for a living. Really, she needed to just relax and enjoy the ride. She paused in the doorway. Wait, was that an Ariana Grande ballad drifting down the hallway from her bedroom? She blinked, and fluttering butterflies took flight in her belly. He'd put on something she enjoyed instead of playing his own music on a constant loop. That was unexpected and very, very sweet. Softly closing the door behind her, Stacey surveyed the dim room and spotted a trail of rose petals leading down the carpeted hallway. She pressed a hand to her chest, like she could actually touch the melty giddiness coursing through her. That was exactly the kind of romance she loved, and here he was, serving it up on a rose-petal-covered platter. Further proof that she and Leo were meant to be together, right? She grinned. The rest of her life was clicking into place. All that was missing was her lifelong, hopelessly romantic dream of being part of a head-over-heels-in-love couple. After a string of failures, it was about time she found her real match. Anticipation gripped her heart as she followed the trail of fragile petals. Tomorrow, she'd gather them and preserve them in a keepsake box. It'd be fun to have something to show her and Leo's grandchildren. But right now, it was time for the best kind of adult fun. Her bedroom was like the deep end of a cave thanks to the blackout curtains she'd installed, but soft snores filled the space. From the sound of things, Leo was jet-lagged. 3 weeks touring with his band in Asia was bound to catch up with him. At least he was here. She bit her lip. Should she wake him up or let him sleep? He'd been just as eager to do this when they'd last spoken. Seize the moment. The phrase might be cliched, but Stacey had sworn by it since she was a child. In a world that only rewarded action, you had to create what you wanted. Case in point, she was in the middle of turning her passion project, dinners for two, into a thriving company.